In the final days of World War II, as American forces pushed deeper into Nazi territory and liberated towns that had suffered under years of tyranny, something extraordinary was discovered, something that revealed just how desperate the Nazi regime had become. Inside hidden facilities and secret workshops, American soldiers uncovered one of the most shocking plots of the entire war, a plan so bold and dangerous that, if it had fully succeeded, it might have shaken the very foundation of the British economy. It was yet another moment that proved the determination, courage, and relentless advance of Allied forces had not only defeated armies, but had also exposed secrets meant to stay buried forever. Years earlier, around 1940, as the war intensified across Europe, Nazi leaders began developing an unusual weapon, one that didn't rely on bombs, tanks, or artillery. Instead, they focused on something far more subtle and potentially devastating: money. The plan was to flood the United Kingdom with massive amounts of counterfeit British pounds, carefully designed to look identical to genuine banknotes. The idea was simple in theory, but terrifying in practice. If enough fake currency entered circulation, it could trigger inflation, disrupt trade, and slowly weaken Britain's ability to fund the war effort. This secret operation would eventually become known as Operation Bernhard, one of the largest counterfeiting schemes ever attempted in human history. To carry out this dangerous mission, Nazi officials searched for individuals with the rare skills needed to replicate currency with perfect accuracy. Printers, artists, engravers, and technicians were selected not from willing volunteers, but from prisoners held inside concentration camps. Among them were Jewish inmates with professional backgrounds in printing and design, people whose talents were twisted into tools for war. Inside the confines of a heavily guarded facility, these prisoners were forced to work long hours under constant threat, surrounded by fear and uncertainty. They knew failure could mean punishment, or worse, and yet they were expected to produce banknotes so precise that even trained experts would struggle to tell the difference. Day after day, the prisoners labored in silence, carefully studying every detail of British currency. They analyzed paper texture, ink composition, serial numbers, and security features, refining their techniques until the counterfeit notes reached an astonishing level of realism. Over time, their forced work resulted in the production of nearly 300 million British pounds in counterfeit currency, an amount so massive that it could have destabilized financial systems if released in full. The quality of these forged notes was so high that many were accepted as genuine, allowing the operation to move beyond experimentation and into real-world use. As the war progressed, Nazi agents began using these counterfeit pounds in operations outside Germany. The fake currency was exchanged for other valuable currencies, used to purchase materials, and even helped finance covert activities across Europe. Each transaction carried out with this money represented a silent attack, a hidden front in the larger conflict that most people would never see. While soldiers fought on battlefields, another kind of war was being waged in the shadows. One fought with ink, paper, and deception rather than bullets. But by 1945, the tide of war had turned decisively. Allied forces, led by determined American units, were advancing rapidly through German territory, capturing cities and dismantling the infrastructure that supported the Nazi war machine. With defeat looming closer each day, those responsible for Operation Bernhard realized their secret could soon be exposed. In a desperate attempt to hide the truth, they began destroying evidence, dismantling machines, burning documents, and disposing of counterfeit notes wherever they could. The once powerful operation was collapsing under the pressure of an unstoppable Allied advance. As American troops continued moving forward, they liberated prisoners who had been forced into this dangerous work. Many of these individuals had endured years of fear, uncertainty, and forced labor, unsure whether they would ever survive long enough to see freedom again. When American soldiers arrived, bringing liberation and safety, it marked not just the end of their suffering, but also the exposure of one of the most ambitious economic warfare schemes in modern history. The discovery of Operation Bernhard revealed the lengths to which Nazi Germany had gone in its desperate attempt to win the war, and it served as yet another example of how Allied persistence brought hidden truths into the light. Today, Operation Bernhard is remembered as one of the largest and most sophisticated counterfeiting operations ever conducted. It stands as a reminder of how war can extend far beyond the battlefield, reaching into finance, industry, and deception. but it also stands as a testament to the power of Allied determination, especially the relentless push of American forces that uncovered secrets meant to remain hidden forever. And as history continues to reveal its buried stories, countless other missions, discoveries, and acts of courage remain waiting to be told, each one offering a glimpse into the hidden battles that shaped the outcome of World War II.